I love my 16-inch MacBook Pro, and as a testament to that, I've personally used it every single day since it debuted 2.5 years ago. Yet, one of its largest drawbacks is the limited port selection. You get two USB-C on the left, one on the right, an SD card slot, and an HDMI 2.0 port. That's all you get. And as someone who uses this for work and YouTube, I'm often finding that I just need more ports. That's where this comes in. This is a docking station, but not just your typical brand name docking station. This is the Ivanki Fusion Dock Max 1, which is an Apple Silicon exclusive docking station that can connect to 4 Ultra HD displays at once. 3 6K displays plus 1 4K display, all running at 60 Hz simultaneously. It has 2 Thunderbolt 4 chips packed inside of it, which helps achieve this quad display setup, as well as a total of 20 ports on this dock. And all this can be yours for $549.99 US. As a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored, but Ivanki was kind enough to send me this dock for review. They get no say in how I construct this review, nor do they have any influence over my reactions to this dock, be those positive or negative. Linked in the description, you'll find my affiliate link to the Fusion Dock Max 1. Let's start with the ports in the front because I love how many Fusion Dock Max 1 has here. There's 2 USB-C ports here, which operate at 40 gigabits per second each. This is where you will connect displays supporting up to 6K resolution at 60 Hertz, and they provide 15 watts of power. Moving over to the right, there's 2 USB-A ports that operate at 10 gigabits per second, and they provide 7.5 watts of power. Then below that are 2 more USB-C ports, which are 10 gigabits per second. The one on the left has 20 watts of power, so this is where you're going to want to plug in your phone, your AirPods, your tablet, anything that you want to charge quickly. And the one to the right of it is 7.5 watts of power, just like the USB-A's above it. Then moving over, there's a 3.5 millimeter headphone microphone combo jack, and below that is a micro SD card slot and a full-size SD card slot. Both of these run at UHS 2 speeds, and these are tremendously helpful for slotting in camera cards from mirrorless to GoPros. You can also put in your Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck SD cards. As a YouTuber, I work with a lot of storage mediums, and these ports are much appreciated. Having quick access to a variety of ports in general on the front is so useful, and I think the Fusion Dock Max 1 here has done a great job of doing so. The only thing that annoys me is the full-size SD card slot is upside down, whereas the micro SD card slot is right side up. Minor gripe. One thing I do really appreciate though on the front of the stock is the indicator light. It's just bright enough where it's not distracting, but you still can see it in low light environments. Most devices don't take this into consideration and have indicator lights just blasting you with light. Moving on to the back of the Fusion Dock Max 1. Starting over here is the power connector. And then above that, there is a Kensington lock. Then next to that, there is 2 USB-C ports marked laptop. This is the connection that bridges the gap between the dock and the computer. So you will connect this to your Apple Silicon Mac. Since this does connect to your Mac, you might be prompted to grant elevated permissions. Be sure you do that to take advantage of your dock. And if you want to set it to always allow permissions on new devices, you can do so, but I would be careful of that if you are very security conscious or if this is a work laptop or machine. These USB-Cs supply 96 watts of power for charging your laptop. To the left of those are 2 more USB-Cs that operate at 40 gigabits per second. These are the same as the ones up front. Further to the left, there is 2 4K HDMI 2.0 ports. I really wish these were HDMI 2.1 to take advantage of those higher refresh rates, like on my Alienware AW30C25QF that supports a massive 240 Hertz. That would have been especially useful for someone like me who has the M1 Max MacBook Pro, which doesn't support HDMI 2.1 natively. Then there is another USB-A port here, same as the ones in front. Below that is a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, which is very useful if you have faster than 1 gig internet, or if you're connecting it to a network device like a NAS that has a 10 gig port. Then there's 2 more USB-As down here, and above that is an optical cable port, which you don't see too many of these days, and I especially appreciate this because it allows connection to certain audio devices like my Astro Mixamp gaming headphones. And then to the left of that is another 3.5 millimeter headphone only jack. It does not support a microphone. Frankly, the port selection in the back is equally as good as it is in the front. The Fusion Dock Max 1 provides a great number of ports in front and back, and I think they're really thoughtfully laid out. For instance, the optical audio cable sits right next to the USB-A, which works perfectly for the Astro Mixamp. Similarly, the 2 USB ports down here work great for the Corsair K100 keyboard. The biggest weakness I find here is the HDMI 2.0 ports. These really need to be HDMI 2.1 to take advantage of this higher refresh displays. Other than that, the port selection in the front and the back is amazing. You might have noticed the odd shape. It looks kind of like the dock is floating in the housing. This is to dissipate the heat, and it does a pretty good job. The dock gets a little warm when there's multiple USB devices connected, but nothing to the level of concerning. There's also no fan inside, so it's quiet in that regard. What is not so quiet is the coil whine coming off of my dock. In fact, it's pretty annoying as it can be heard at a normal sitting distance. This could be a specific issue with my dock, but I'm willing to bet this affects other docks as well, so be on the lookout for that if you decide to get this. You can orient the dock vertically if you want to save some space on your desk. It even comes with these little rubber feet that you can attach to the vertical and horizontal edges to give it more grip on surfaces. You also get these handy cable ties for the mess of wires that will inevitably result from connecting more stuff to the Fusion Dock Max 1. Ivanki is also claiming a 24-month or 2-year warranty with the dock, which is really great to see for a device like this. They are also very keen on letting you know that this dock is not compatible with Windows or Intel-based Macs, only Apple Silicon. You'll see little warnings around this all throughout the website product page, as well as the manual, so don't you even think about connecting this dock to anything other than Apple Silicon. I do like how easy it is to transport this dock. If you had to go into the office, all you need is the power brick, the upstream USB-C cables, which stay together nicely due to this housing, and finally, the dock itself, all of which packs nicely into a bag ready for your next location. Now it's time to connect 4 displays to the Fusion Dock Max 1. While 3 6K displays wasn't exactly in the budget, yikes. I do have the 5K Apple Studio display, the 4K Alienware AW3225QF, the ultra-wide 1440p Alienware AW323423DWF, and the regular 1440p Alienware AW2721D. 2 of these are using USB-C, and the other 2 are using HDMI 2.0. And using them in this configuration, you can plug all of them into the back of the dock. If you're using all 4 USB-C, then you'll connect 2 in the back and 2 in the front. One thing I want to show you is just how fast this dock gets everything up and running by just connecting it with all these displays connected. It's pretty fast. So connect it, it beeped, it's booting everything up. There's display 1, 2, 3, and 4. So about 6 seconds to get everything up and running. It's pretty impressive. And here they are. That's the 5K display, the 4K, the ultra-wide 1440p, and the regular 1440p. And check this out. The laptop display also works as well. So a total of 5 displays are running off this dock. And I'm taking you all around here just to show you what it looks like with all these cables connected to this power strip. It's an absolute mess. So you're definitely gonna wanna use those cable ties that come with the dock so that you can clean this up and make it look pretty if you're deciding to connect 4 monitors to this one single dock. One of the things I wanted to check was the refresh rate that we're getting in each of these. So the built-in display is still using ProMotion. The stereo display is still using its 60 Hertz. There's no changing that. The 3225QF 4K display is running at 120 Hertz. This is because it's connected to USB-C. And the 3423DWF is running at 100 Hertz. It's connected to HDMI 2.0, and this is not its native Hertz. It usually runs at 165. And then the AW2721D is running at 60 Hertz with no uptick. This is a 240 Hertz monitor, so that is seeing a significant degrade in refresh rate. And so that's the Ivanki Fusion Dock Max 1. I really like the number of ports. I really like the variety of ports. I think it hits a wide variety of use cases, especially with a lot of USB-As. It's really nice to see. I think that it being able to support 4 Ultra HD displays is quite impressive and unique to this area. I'm not sure there's any other docks that are connecting to this number of displays at this bandwidth, so that's really impressive to see. I do hope that they update it in the future to HDMI 2.1 and address the coil whine. That would be really great to see as well. Other than that, this is a dock that surprisingly impressed me. If you would like to purchase this dock, my affiliate link is in the description below. I would really appreciate if you use that link to purchase this if you're gonna go through with it. Leave your comments on this. I'm interested to hear your feedback on the dock, on the video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see y'all in the next one.